Hey guys, this is Alex from TECHAERIS.com, and I am here today with the Enbrighten Eternity Lights from Enbrighten. These are permanent outdoor lights for your home, which you can use for Christmas, any holiday. There's several other brands that make these. I reviewed a set from another brand about a year ago, and those held up pretty well. Enbrighten reached out to me and asked if I wanted to review these, and I said go ahead and send them along and see what the difference is here. Now these lights are IP67, I believe, rated, so they are weatherproof. I wouldn't say they're waterproof where you can dunk them underwater, but they are weatherproof. And there's a lot of other things that features that we'll go over through this overview. I'm not calling this a review because it's not a review. It's an overview of these lights and what they're capable of. And mostly I want to express the installation procedure and how it went for us. Because I wouldn't say it's involved, but it does take a little bit of time and a little bit of effort, especially if you want to get it done right. Of course, you can have professional installation done, not through Enbrighten, but there's a lot of companies that offer this type of service. So Enbrighten sent out the 100-foot version here that we have here, and you can see them on my screen here. And in a minute, I'll switch over. Now, I'm doing something different this time. I'm using two cameras, and I've never done this before, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm going to switch over to off of my desktop and just kind of show you the actual lights strand from the box. And so that's them right here. And as you can see, that is the LED. And this is all encased in plastic here. There's like a plastic, and then this is the magnifier that magnifies the LED light. And then on the back end, you just have it's just, I don't even know what to call that. Just an empty space here, but right here it's filled with a silicone, and the same goes for the inside of the plastic portion here. It's all sealed in with silicone. And the wires are also very heavy duty and weatherproof. So they've done a good job of sealing things up. So I don't foresee any issue with water unless you're dunking them in water. The ends of the strands connect together with these couplings here, and you'll see right here pulls back there. And then you just plug that into the female end, and then you just screw it down, and that right there, that connection keeps it weatherproof. And at the very end of your strand, you have a cap. So once you get to the end of the strands, this is what it looks like at the end, and then you can just cap that off like so. And what I will say is what I'm going to do, and you can do what you want, but what I'm going to do with mine is at the very end of my strands, I am going to put a little extra silicone here to help seal that in so that the water goes in. This doesn't tighten all the way down. It snugs up, but it doesn't tighten all the way down like I would like to see it. But I mean, it'll do the job. Plus, we install these on our eaves, so it's really right up there against the eave. And unless the rain's coming sideways or rain happens to get underneath the eave in a heavy manner, I don't foresee this being an issue. But I do think that it'd be good to reinforce it a little bit. So these are the actual lights right here, and the box comes with 5 strands. And let's see if I can get a little closer view on that for you. So there's your LED. And on the back, we have it's just pretty simple, pretty plain. Now, to install those, to put these onto your eaves, they supply you with these pucks here. I'm calling them pucks. I don't know what they call them, but they're mounting brackets, mounting pucks. And you'll see on the back there's 3M tape, and it's very, very, very sticky. It does a good job. I would recommend that you clean the surface you're going to put these on before you put them on, and then in the center is the hole, and they supply you with screws, and that's how we installed these. We put these up using the adhesive, but we also used the screw right there in the center, and made sure that it was double secure. Now, as you can see, there's I don't know the distance between the lights here, but there is quite a bit of distance between the lights. So you can choose to put them at any distance you want, as long as you can get to the next one. I chose to use the entire distance between lights. So I didn't have to use the also included cable ties or cable clamps. They include these. I did use a couple of these on the power supply cables, but they do include these, and these will help keep your cables from drooping. So there's a couple different versions they supply you with, and they're handy to have. And if you plan on putting your lights closer together and not spacing them out as far as I did, then that's a great little addition that you have there. And then included in the package is this extension, and all that is an extension so that if you are installing these and you have your power supply further off somewhere where it's hard to reach, this gives you a little extra reach so that you can make that connection. I will say that the power supply, I think, is rated IP. IP67, IP65 on the power supply, and we'll get more into the details here once I switch back over to my desktop. I just wanted to show you kind of what you get and what these look like. I haven't shown everything that comes in the box. There's other screws and the power supply itself, and this other documentation and other things, and we'll also go over that here on the screen. But I just kind of wanted to show you the actual devices, and I wanted to show you how they connect. So like I said, this is the mounting bracket, and this will go up on your eave. Just stick it up there, and then I would definitely recommend screwing it in, and having that extra security. And to install them, once you get the mounting bracket, the puck, up onto the eave, then all you have to do is push those lights right in, and they'll snap right in. I'm not going to snap these in because it's a little hard to get these off. You will need a real thin flathead screwdriver to kind of put in there and kind of twist to pop it off, and I don't want to deal with that right now, so I'm not putting that on there. So those are the lights, and that's how the pucks work. And we installed them, like I said, at length. I did not make them shorter. I made them full length, and I like the way it looks that way with the light spaced out a little more. If you look when we get to the screen here, you'll see that their example looks like they put the lights a little bit closer to each other than what we did. So let's move on to the desktop. And here are the Eternity Lights. And there you have 72 lights, 100 foot, 30 square meters, 30.5 meters, made by Enbrighten. So we'll move on to the next. And here's what's inside. So you get 16.5 feet of light strands. You get the mounting bracket screws, power cord clips, flat cord clips, power supply screws, anchors for the power supply, 10-foot extension cable, plastic end cap, silicone end cap. So there's everything that's pictured that you'll get. And as you can see here in the picture that they have on the box, that is how they chose to install them. And those are far closer than how I have mine. And this actual picture here doesn't actually give a true representation of the distance between the two. This is far too close as compared to real life. So just be aware. But you can mount them however you want. You don't need to stick to any one measurement, other than you got to make sure that I mean, you can't go any further than what you have, obviously. So that's that. And here we are, IP67 on the string lights, on the lights themselves. So the string lights are IP67 rated. That's all weather rated. Remember, it's not like you can't dunk these in water and don't expect them to survive real, that type of environment. The power supply is IP65, so it's a little less weatherproof. So I recommend putting the power supply somewhere in a covered area. We have our power supplies mounted on our deck that's covered and where water does not get to. So that just made me feel more comfortable. I mean, you do what you need to do. And obviously here shows how you install it. Like I told you, you remove the adhesive and screw it in and then attach the light to the bracket. And here on the note down here, it says meets all ETL and NFPA 70 National Electrical Code requirements for outdoor wet location use. So they're just trying to reassure you that yes, you can use these outdoors in all weather. Comes with a lifetime guarantee. You have tunable whites. So this goes from 2200 to 6000 Kelvin. So the nice thing about these outdoor lights is you can put these out and you can use them for the holidays. So Christmas time, Halloween, 4th of July, Memorial Day, whatever you want to use them for. But then you can also just use them as a white light. So just to light up the exterior of your house as a security measure. And that's how we're using them right now. Obviously, there's no, when 4th of July comes around, we're going to light it up with some red, white, and blue. But right now it's just a solid, we're using about a 5,000 Kelvin and at about a 30% dimmage, so a dim rate, because they are very bright. So if you go to 100%, you're absolutely going to flood the entire front of your house with a white light, and we just want a subtle light, so we brought it down to 30%. But you can do solid colors on pretty much any RGB color that they have that you can think of that you can do with this. You can do custom colors, so you can actually do, if you're looking at my screen, you can look and you can do every other light a different color, or do every light a different color, whatever you want. It's just a matter of going in the app and programming that. You can also have preset effects, so they have like Christmas effect, Halloween effect, summer, fall, just different colors that you can choose from in their presets. Pretty cool. It's very much like the other ones that I used. Accent lighting, and this is where, now here in this picture here, you can see this is kind of what we chose to do. Our spacing is a little further like this. So, but you can use it, like I said earlier, you can use it as accent lighting. It doesn't have to be for Christmas. You can even do half of the strand white and another half yellow, or however you want to do that. Here it says custom endless color combinations, modes, and effects for outdoor holiday lighting, year-round accent lighting, and more. Wi-Fi. Okay, so it connects to 2.4 gig Wi-Fi. So if you have a dual band router that can recognize automatically what this device needs, then it'll automatically connect. Otherwise, you'll have to choose your 2.4 gigahertz network in order for these to work. It will not work on 5 gigahertz networks, but it will work on 2.4. Now, if you don't know, if you have a dual band router, most people do. If you're using your modem or your router from your internet service provider, it's more than likely a dual band router, and hopefully it's already set up to be able to utilize both bands without having to go in and tweak anything. But if you're not using your ISP's router, then you'll have to make sure that you either set up dual band where it will automatically recognize the device without having to assign it to that band. But I think most people these days are going to have that dual band capability. It's kind of becoming normal now. Everyday lighting with added security. Okay, and this is what I really enjoy about these lights is as you can use them all year round, and it just lights up the front of the house, so you don't have to worry about it's just an added layer of security to have your house lit up like this. I don't know what the power drain is or the power usage is of these. I'll have to look into that more, but we'll try to put that in the full review once we write that up. All right, Enbrighten versus others, lifetime warranty. Has a lifetime warranty, 200-foot linkable, which is nice. You can actually link 2 boxes of these with 1 power supply. You don't need 2 power supplies, which is nice. ETL on full product, cuttable. Oh, they're cuttable. See, that I did not know till just now. Which is useful if you have too much, but I think once you cut it, it's done. So I don't think that you can reconnect unless you're an electrician. RGBWIC black and white models. So they do have a black version and a white version. We got the white version, obviously. 12 lights per strand. Okay, we got all that. Extend your lights. Okay. Okay, it's with the extension cable. I showed you that already. And then they talk about profits going to charity. So this is priced at the 100 foot is priced at $249.99, and they have a 50-foot as well, and I believe those are $169. Let's see what that says here. We'll click over to it's $159.99 for the 50-foot version. Anyway, that was it. Let's look at the specs real quick. Well, they don't give you much here. I was hoping to find some sort of to see how much power these would take to run, but I will dig more into that and make sure I have it into my full review. Let's take a look at the PDF manual. That's quite a bit there. Yeah, we'll have to look at that. Look through that some other time. But yeah, these are the Enbrighten Eternity Lights, just in time for summertime. And you guys, people use these kind of lights all the time year round. I know that since we installed the previous model that we had, we've enjoyed using them year round. So they're great to have. They are a little pricey, but I will have a full written review. Now, again, this was just an overview, and I'm kind of testing out this new camera setup to see if I can do actual reviews from my desk using these 2 cameras that I'm working with. So those are the Enbrighten Wi-Fi Eternity Lights. You can get them on Amazon, and I'll link that below, or you can get them on Enbrighten's website, which doesn't really make a difference because if you see right there, it says pay with Amazon. So it looks like they use Amazon checkout anyway. So you might as well just go to Amazon and buy them there. We'll link to that below, and we'll have a full written review coming on TECHAERIS.com in the coming weeks. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, take care of each other, be good, and we will talk to you on the other side.